Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about all things Disney as well as how to plan your Walt Disney World vacation. So if that interests you, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. So everybody has their favorite things to do at Disney or super special family traditions that they do every single time they go on a Disney vacation. So today I'm going to share my top 10 things that we always do when we go to Disney World. All right, and the first one, and I'm sharing these in no particular order, but the first one is to get a pearl from Mitsukoshi in the Japan Pavilion at Epcot. We did this on the very first trip that we went on, and it was just kind of a really special thing that we did, and I love pearls. Pearls are my favorite. We got this pearl and it was really cool, and so Mark Allen actually bought me like a little pearl catcher. So it's like a necklace that has a little cage on it, I guess, that you can keep all your pearls in. So ever since then, we've made it a tradition. Every time we go to Disney, I have to get a pearl from Mitsukoshi, which if you haven't done it, it's actually really fun because they're very loud and very energetic about it, and it's like kind of one of those like embarrassing because they're yelling, but it's also really fun. So that's my first one. Okay, and number two, you guys are gonna be super shocked by, and that is to ride Grand Fiesta Tour in the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. And along with it, that's mine. Mark Allen's is Small World. But basically, we love those rides. They're just very classically Disney to us, and it's one of those things we have to do it every time that we're at Disney. Definitely have to ride those. Number three, and that is to get Memory Maker. Now, there's a lot of back and forth with this of whether it's a good deal or not or whatever, but for us, I love to get Memory Maker. I'm the one that takes all of the pictures, and I always take scads and scads and scads of pictures when we go on our trips. And of course we video, but because of that, it's very hard because we're not big like, oh, selfie, let's take a selfie. Like, that's just not how we do that. And so if I didn't get Memory Maker, I probably wouldn't be in any of our trip pictures, which is kind of sad because I mean, you want to be in those memories too. I love getting Memory Maker because it just makes it easy for me. Granted, they aren't always like the best, most high quality pictures, but they do a really good job of catching some very special moments that otherwise we probably wouldn't have gotten. And some of those magic shots are also really fun too. Like they have a lot of like the little things that they'll put in, but they also have fun poses for you to do that. Again, it's just not something that I would have thought to do on my own. So Memory Maker is always a must for us when we go on our vacations. All right, and number four, to try a new restaurant every time we go. There are so many places to eat in Disney, and the real goal right now is to try and eat at all new places every time we go. That way we can try to experience everything at least once. And I know this is gonna take us a long time, but we do make it a goal that we have to at least try one new place whenever we go on our trips. Because, I mean, you gotta try all the food everywhere. It's for science, so yeah. Along with this, number five is to stay at a new resort every time we go. And I know that this is not one that will last us forever, but there are a lot of Disney resorts, and our goal is to try, as long as our budget permits, to stay at a new resort every time we go until we have stayed at all of them. So far we've stayed at Animal Kingdom, and we've stayed at Pop Century, and then we're getting ready to stay at All-Star Movies. So that's three, but I know there's like 30 of them, so we got a long way to go before we get there, but we definitely want to because there's just cool things to experience at all of the resorts. And yeah. All right, and number six, and that is to meet at least one character because you're at Disney World. Why else do you go to Disney World than to meet a character. And number 7, this is a really fun one that we like to do, and that is to get a Disney ornament, like Christmas ornament, every time we go. That kind of commemorates something special that we did on that trip. So our Christmas tree is actually Disney themed. We kind of created it last year and I am obsessed with it. So come Christmas time, I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. It's super cool. We like to always get a Disney themed ornament when we go on our trip. So in 2017, that was our first trip. So we just got like, there was like a little Sorcerer and Mickey one that said 2017. This last trip we went and they have those, like the bricks that you can get. They have, I can't remember what they're called, but they have ornament versions of those, and so we got that for this past trip with Hemphill Ever After, since that was our first trip as like Disney vloggers that we did. And then my guess is we'll probably maybe get like some sort of Halloween or food and wine related ornament this next time, and so on and so forth, that we could just add to our tree. So every time we look at those, we'll be able to remember those specific trips. So that's a really cool tradition that you can do with your family if you guys go a lot. That's just one thing that we really like to do. Number 8, and that is to bring a rain jacket to the park every time, no matter what. I've talked about this before, but literally every single time we would go and we would either like be like, oh, you know what, it doesn't say it's supposed to rain, so we leave our rain jacket in our room, or we leave the rain jacket in a locker at the front of the park, or whatever. Every single time, without fail, it poured, like pouring rain, not just a sprinkle. It was just like torrential rain. So, and then every time that we did have our rain jacket, it wouldn't rain at all, or it would just be like lightly sprinkling. So, lesson learned, we will always bring our rain jacket to the park. Rain or shine, doesn't matter. We will have it on hand because we're not making that mistake again. Number 9, to stay after park closing and look at Cinderella's castle. I loved doing this on our last trip. We actually did this a couple times where after park closing we would just go and sit at like in the hub area and we would just look at the castle. It's so beautiful, and they do like the Kiss Goodnight, and they do like some fun little other light show music things on the castle, and it's just so peaceful because everybody is leaving the park, and so there's not as many people, and you just get to relax and enjoy the castle, and it's just so special and beautiful, and it's like kind of romantic, I guess. But that's definitely something that we always try to make it a point of, just to stay after and not do anything, just literally just sit there and take a minute and enjoy, because that's hard to do on your Disney trip. So we definitely try to make a point to do that. The very last one, number 10. This is also a very super helpful trick, and that is to take a screenshot of your itinerary and set that as the lock screen on your phone. We found this trick to be super helpful as the My Disney Experience app, although very useful and handy, it will drain your battery like none other, and it doesn't always work. Just because so many people are using it throughout the day that sometimes it just gets bogged down and it crashes, and it's a whole thing. So what we like to do is we actually make up our entire itinerary, and this also helps too because it includes what times that we need to go like get a spot for fireworks, things like that, so that we just have that in the back of our head of like, oh yeah, we need to like make our way that way to go do that. But we make all of that in like an Excel spreadsheet, and then we screenshot that and we set it as the lock screen on our phone. That way you don't even have to turn your phone like on, like you don't have to open your phone or anything. You literally just like hold it up and see, oh, that's the next thing we need to do. So that's a really useful trick, and we definitely do that every single time, and it saves so much battery and so much stress of trying to figure out when's our next meal, when's our next fast pass, I don't know. And then we could just focus on using the app when we need to book more fast passes or things like that. Okay, that was it. Pretty easy. That's a quick one. But what are some of your favorite must-dos or traditions or things that you have to do every time that you go to Disney World. I would love to hear those. Please leave those just down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're actually in the middle of doing an in-depth budgeting series on how to plan your finances for your Disney vacation. So make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss out on any of those videos. Alrighty guys, we will see you next time. Bye.